G'day Beaks and Beaks to Bee. Are you curious about learning more about beekeeping? I have been a beekeeper for over 55 years and rearing queen bees since the 1980s.
When I met Alan through my local beekeeping club, I knew nothing about bees.
G'day Beaks and Beaks to Bee. Today is what?
The 22nd?
No, not that. What we're doing today is to increase our single nukes up to double nukes, so that they've got more room for the queen to lay. This is some of our gear ready to be placed on the different nukes and the different sites. Yeah, what are you doing there, Nicole?
Well, one is allergic to bees, stings, so Suki Lala puts gloves on. Look, my smoke is going today.
Oh, that's good.
Still going. Okay, this is a 5-frame nuke that's been radiated just prior to winter. Okay, here we have the 5-frame excluder and the brood rearing mat that we put on for winter.
Hope your smoke is still going, Nicole. Yeah, see this winter mat. This winter mat here is too big. It's allowing too much warm air to escape. Let's have a quick look for the queen. Right, I see queen. Now today is the 22nd of May and these bees are still increasing. That's a solid brood pattern. This was a frame that was put in 7 days ago. Nearly totally laid up with eggs and eggs that have just hatched. That's the same. They're chewing up honey like you wouldn't believe. There's the queen, new queen. Haven't marked and clipped yet because she's only about 3 weeks old. But look at the solid brood, and this is the middle of May. Right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to increase this particular
So the reason for putting the sticky down below, Alan?
was to give them, so the queen's got more room to lay eggs. She's totally laid up and they're totally sealed, so she's got no more room to lay. So we want to increase the bee numbers. So the way to do that is to take a frame of honey out and put it up top, and we'll be now a double 5-frame hive.
So what sort of temperatures are we getting down to now, being that it's May?
We're getting down to, I think it's about 10 or 11 at the moment, and about still 25 in the daytime, so we can work these between 10 and 2.
Alan, you've had that nuke radiated.
Yes.
What's the reason for that?
Well, that's to sterilise everything so that it's completely sterile and there's no disease in any of the gear that we can transfer onto any hive that we wish without fear of transfer of disease. They're wrapped up in the Glad wrap, and they're left in Glad wrap until the time we're ready to use them.
And how often do you do that?
Maybe 3-4 times a year. It all depends on how many spare tubes we've got, especially in the summertime when the small hive beetle and the wax moth is very prevalent. And within 7 days you can go from a sticky super to a complete webbing of the wax moth grub, and they can destroy a complete super within 7 to 10 days.
So as you pull across this webbing here, you can see the number of wax moth grubs that have developed just over the last 7 days. And the thing you've got to look out for is the fact that small hive beetle, in terms of size, the larvae of small hive beetle are much smaller than this, and they are more of a white. Yes, these are darker.
Yep, the wax moth is a darker grey colour, whereas the small hive beetle is more white.
And the small hive beetle leave more of a mess, whereas these guys leave more of the webbing, as you can't miss. Yeah.
So now we'll put this honey on top here. We'll get another couple of stickies to put in.
So you can...
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right, so just hang on a tip now. I'll put these others in, and I want you to get a close up of this one here. Here. Right.
Yep.
Alright, this is some wax moth webbing, and there'll probably be a grub in here. This is one of the old frames that we extracted 7 days ago. And you can see there how much they have drawn out the webbing, and the wax moth is starting to destroy the frame. We'll put this other window mat on top to try and keep some of the warm air in. The rain hood goes on semi-last, and then the M-lock goes on last to tie the whole lot together. Finished. Okay, so we've now finished all the single nukes, increased them to double nukes, and took any excess full frames of honey out of the brood super, that is the bottom nuke super, and moved it up to the top, put a winter mat on and placed the beetle trap on top, then another winter mat on top of that, and the lid goes on and the M-lock finished. There you go, and there's Nicole.
I'm the M-lock queen.
The M-lock queen. Not trying to put it on upside down again, are you?
Yeah, you betcha. What is that, Alan? A fail?
No, fail.
There we go.
Right.
Done.
Yep. So this is for the skeptics. The beekeepers say you can't run nukes all year round. We run nukes all year round, and have been running them for the last 30 odd years plus.